Maybe if someone coming from work, they're tired, they just want to relax, and then you start again. Yeah, we're going to talk about this whether you want it or not. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Lindy Cherise and I am still at a mental health clinic, and this is day, I don't know, I lost count. I think I'm somewhere around day 18 or 17, and I am learning so much, and more layers are coming out of my emotions, past hurts, and I am resolving everything now. So in each and every class that I go to, something just pop out, and then I usually go and discuss with my psychologist. But today's video, I'm going to talk about managing conflicts. Guys, conflict can really throw us away and apart in relationships, at work, with our kids. So we need to find a way to better manage our conflicts. So without wasting any time, let's talk about what is conflict. So according to the definition, conflict arises from a situation when one person or group has a different goal from a second person or group and sets out to prevent or deter the other party from achieving their goal, and then frustration follows. Guys, have you ever been in a conflict where you feel like, you know what, let me just remove myself from the situation? Or maybe where you just feel like you're no longer resolving the issue at hand, you just want to prove your point even though you are wrong. Or maybe you find yourself, no, this person is actually disrespecting me, so whatever they say, I'm not going to listen to their opinion, and I'll just make my own assumptions and just stop this. Or maybe you find yourself going in a hole where you just wish, you know, I'd rather not talk to you, I don't have any energy for this, I'll just go inside something and just hide there until the conflict go away. And unfortunately, these conflicts never go away. They grow like a web. They start small, and then all of a sudden you don't know how to resolve the solution, the problem. So let's just go ahead and check. Conflict is actually one the biggest obstacle of conflict management is because I am right and you are wrong, and I'm sure you can relate to that, because I sometimes find myself in a situation where I refuse to listen to the other party. I am right and you are wrong, and there's no way we can resolve that, because we cannot be right all the time. We sometimes are wrong. So before you can even start managing conflict, you have to ask yourself difficult questions, and I'm going to give you some of these questions. And one is, am I willing to put in the work, and am I willing to change my thoughts? Because once you make your thought and decide, I'm not going to change, nothing's going to be resolved. Am I going to take responsibility? Am I going to let go of my pride? Am I willing to forgive if someone is actually wrong? So these are the things that we need to learn on how to resolve conflict. Why do we experience so much conflict? It's personal differences, guys. We're not the same. We're from different backgrounds. We were raised differently, with different cultures. We grew up differently, and sometimes you'll even find twins who actually have sort of like similar DNA, but then they're also different. So we all are unique in this world. And then also blocking our goals and the perception as well. We jump into conclusions and make our own conclusion, and uncontrolled anger as well. We tend to let our emotions overjudge the whole thing and overtake the whole thing. And communication is also limited because we cannot talk properly, or maybe you cannot express yourself properly, and because of emotions, everything just go out of the wind. We really get caught up in our emotions. And why do we experience so much conflicts? I already talked about personality and as well. And then let's talk about perception. So say you have a boss, and every morning you park next to your boss, and then you say, good morning, boss, and he doesn't respond. And then the following day you say again, good morning, boss, and he doesn't respond. And you do not know why he's not responding. And then you start thinking, oh my word, he's going to fire me. Yeah, I've seen the way he looks at me in the office. He's been checking my work. He doesn't respond to my email. And you don't know what that person is going through. Or maybe he had earphones that you didn't see, and maybe he really didn't hear you. And you spend that week, if you don't see your boss, maybe until the following week, you keep thinking of that, you'll keep having that perception that your boss hates you, he's a bad boss, or only to find that maybe he's going through something or he didn't hear you. And then one day you greet him and then he's like, oh, how are you, Lindy? And then all of a sudden you're so confused. You're like, okay, what's going on? I thought he's a bad boss. But then you'll find another thing to stick it to him so that you can keep believing in what your perception and your mind is telling you. So we all have different types of conflict styles. So for example, how you resolve your conflict, we are different. So I'm going to give you differences. So for example, there's a turtle. So a turtle, you tend to go away and hide yourself and pretend as if that conflict will go away. You get away from the dangerous situation, you allow yourself to go down. So which can be a positive thing, because if your emotions are high, you're not able to resolve. But then you don't give your opinion when it's something that matters to you. You go and hide and you don't share your feelings. You don't deal with the conflict. You hide from it. So that is negative. This is the second type of conflict management, the teddy bear. So the teddy bear, I give in, I don't care that much. Have it your way. So you basically don't care. So the positive side about that, you care about people. You want to help people. You can see the solution. You know when it's not worth to get involved in a fight. But the negative part of it, you think it is your responsibility to resolve the problem. You give in too much to that situation. And then let's talk about the third one, which is the shark. Now the shark, obviously a shark is rough. The shark will just eat you. I take charge, might make right. So this is the type of conflict style that you actually you're very competitive and you're dominating. And as well, there's the positive and the negative. The positive, when someone needs in emergency, people who are sharks, they usually resolve fastly. Like say there's an accident, instead of people taking photos and videos, a shark will usually come, call 911, call this one, and let's give this person your. So they tend to control such situations better than any other type of management of conflict style. So the negative part is they do not take other people's opinion. Using too often will cause disruption in a relationship. So another one, the cat is compromising. It's okay, I'll meet you halfway and let's split the differences. And then if the differences are split, there's no common solution, obviously something is not going to be solved. So these ones are, cat is a very good at negotiating, and sometimes that positive can be a negative because they will negotiate to a point where there's no point in negotiating. You're actually robbing the next person. So another one is the owl. So we all want to get to an owl stage. So we all behave differently in different conflict environment. We can be a shark, you can be an owl, you can be, but some of us remain being a turtle where we hide and not deal with that. That's why we end up being depressed, because we're not able to express ourselves. So the owl, so I'll focus more on this one. This person is collaborating, it's a problem solver. We both win, two heads are better than one. So the negative part, I'll start with the positive. They want something that satisfies both parties, get thoughts and feelings out so that they don't cause problem later. And let's check the negative side. They over intellectualize and time consuming sometimes they are so preoccupied with the facts of a conflict that they do not pay attention to the feelings. So why is it so difficult to reach to a point? Because we argue, and because we criticize, we mock people, and then we tend to bring a certain feeling in an assertive manner, which is called passive aggressive, where you don't talk but then you behave in a certain way to show someone that you're not happy with that. And then we also have manipulating techniques, which doesn't benefit us. As long as this problem is not solved, nothing's going to help. So we smooth talk, we helpless, we withdraw from a conflict, and then we belittle ourselves, which is also not good. So I'm closing now. Let's go to how to overcome negative techniques. Verbalize your need using I. Don't say we and generalize. Maybe we sometimes. No, just say I. When you do this, you make me feel like this. So use I often. Talk it out like adults. Don't use negative techniques, and confront the problem, not the person. Let me repeat that. Confront the problem, not the person. Because remember, we're not fighting each other. We're fighting the problem, and we're trying to find the solution. Be assertive and have empathy. Find a solution and choose the right time and a place to resolve conflict. I mean, I once was driving and I saw this car, like it was driving like this, and when I checked, people were fighting inside. That's not the right place to resolve conflict. And all of a sudden a car stopped and the lady went out. So that's not the right time, because I mean it is dangerous, for not for just for the person who's trying to resolve. Or maybe if someone coming from work, they're tired, they just want to relax, and then you start again. Yeah, we're going to talk about this whether you want it or not. So stay calm, make sure you control your emotion as well. Make sure you understand each other correctly and don't judge other people, and apologize if you are wrong. So I'm just going to end this with a story that it's a book at 7 Habits of an Effective Person. I haven't read the book, but then I heard the story twice, so I think I should just tell you. So this guy is called, I think, Steve. This guy was actually in a train station, and he with 2 kids, and those kids were unruly. They were just everywhere, bothering everyone, and everyone was just thinking, why is this parent so quiet and only facing one side and not dealing with his kids? And someone decided, let me just go and confront. And then he said, hey, can you see that your kids are disturbing everyone? They are everywhere and disturbing everyone. Why are you not controlling your kids? I mean, like coming out as that person was a bad person. And then that guy said, yo, I am so sorry. I haven't been aware that my kids are disturbing everyone. But then I just came out of the hospital and found out that their mom has actually passed on. So instead of having perceptions and assumptions about people, rather go find out why they are not doing well, why they are not reacting in a certain way where they're supposed to react in a certain way. So let's not judge each other. Let's try and resolve conflict and stay calm. Remember, do not be emotional. If you find yourself emotional, remove yourself from that situation. Go calm down, and then you'll come back and resolve. That's why we find there's so many divorces. Our kids, we don't understand the new generation, guys. I mean, these kids, they want to express themselves, and we don't know that because we never expressed ourselves with our parents, and it can look like as disrespect or something, but then we need to try and listen to each other and not try to talk over the other person. Let's wait for the person to finish and make sure we listen to them, we understand. And you can also use reflective listening skills, which is basically you ask the person again, this is what I think you are saying, because sometimes we talk and to find that we're all in different places and we're not getting to the same goal that we're trying to resolve. So that's it, guys. I hope you understand how to resolve conflict, and please, let's love each other. We are human, whether you are white, black, or whatever, different cultures. Let's love each other. We do need to learn these skills, and that's why I say, if you are going through something, you can't control your anger, it is a problem. You need to go to facilities like this and get help and attend classes on anger management, because they will give you techniques that will help you. So thank you, guys. I hope you are having a wonderful day, and I love you guys, and take care of your mentals.